Hi everybody, it's Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage here with a episode of The Spoils of War. Yesterday was Wednesday, and that is my normal commander night, and we decided to do an impromptu commander tournament, very low-key, low cost. And I managed to come in second, so everybody for playing got a booster pack from the store's Grab-A-Box, where they have basically a giant box with a hole cut in it, where the store owner just dumps in random packs, and I managed to pull out a draft booster from The Lord of the Rings. And hey, I managed to come in second, so that means I got a bonus pull, and when you know it, I got another pack of The Lord of the Rings. So that's kind of fun. And then we also, all of the participants got a pack of this promo foil pack from Phyrexia, All Will Be One. So I will, maybe I'll go ahead and open this first since it's the oldest, and then we'll bust into these two draft packs. So here we go. Let's see, does this have a place to open it? It does not. So, well, there we go. It just peels right off. And, okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. So we have got a Slowbad Iron Goblin, and it has a little Planeswalker symbol on it. Nice foiling on this. Let me actually, I just realized I forgot to turn on my overhead light. Kind of make it less dark in here and to catch the foils a little bit better. So Slowbad, you can tap him to sack an artifact. Add an amount of red equal to the sacrificed artifact's mana value. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Then we also got a Bladehold War Whip. Again from Phyrexia, All Will Be One for Mirrodin. I cannot remember what the Mirrodin ability is off the top of my head. A lot of new mechanics going on. But this is an equipment. A Boros 1. Equip abilities you activate for other equipment cost 1 less. Equip creature has double strike, and then you can pay 3 in Boros to equip it. And then finally, oh, look at that. That is pretty. You know, we were just talking about this last night too, about the Innistrad Midnight Hunt, and people were complaining about pulling packs of it, but this is one of the best cards in that set. The Meat Hook Massacre, 2 black and X. When it enters the battlefield, each creature gets -X until end of turn. Whenever a creature you controls dies, each opponent loses 1 life. And whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, you gain 1 life. So there we go. That is a nice hit right there. And that is pretty. Look at that foiling. All right, so we'll set those right there. Well, we'll do the standard common and uncommon and everything. Okay. I should have saved that one for last, I tell you. Okay. So let's check out this pack here. There's our commons. And here we have our actually a big uncommon right here. Mirkwood Bats, whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. I'm actually going to add this into my Prosper deck, which creates a ton of treasures. So they'll lose a life at me creating a treasure, and then when I use a treasure, they'll lose 1 life as well. So this will help me lower some life totals. So we're actually just going to take that and we'll set that right there. All right, still in our commons. All right, our uncommons, the Mouth of Sauron. Enter the battlefield, target player mills 3, then amass X orcs, where X is the number of instant or sorcery cards in that player's graveyard. Bill Fernie. I had to rack my brain on who Bill Fernie is. He's the original owner of Bill the Pony, and was a real jerk in the Fellowship, so he gets what he deserves later on. And then one of the Fool of a Tooks. Actually, the Fool of a Took, Paragon Took. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus a food are created. Sack 3 foods to draw a card. And then we have Forge Anew. When it enters the battlefield, return target equipment from your graveyard to the battlefield. As long as it's your turn, you may activate equip abilities at any time. You could cast an instant, and then you may pay 0 rather than paying the equip cost for the first equip ability you activate during each of your turns. Pretty nice. Then we have Wizard Rockets, a common foil, and then a land, and then the ring. And then here is our last pack here. Hitting into these commons again. Then we have Grond the Gatebreaker. This was used, I think, at Minas Tirith. Trample, as long as it's your turn and you control an army. Grond the Gatebreaker is an artifact creature, and it has crew 3. Eomer of the Riddlemark. Haste. Whenever Eomer of the Riddlemark attacks, if you control a creature with the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, make a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Rise of the Witch King. Each player sacks a creature. If you sack a creature this way, you may return another permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And then we have Aragon, a human ranger. This is like from the Fellowship. Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Aragon, company leader, as your ring bearer, put your choice of a counter among First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink on Aragon. Whenever you put one or more counters on Aragon, put one of each of those kinds of counters on up to one other target creature. That's pretty cool. And then we have our Forest. And then that is it. That is everything from this episode of Spoils of War. Again, yeah, this was a very low buy-in tournament. I think it was $6. And, you know, I think I got tons of value out of it with just that Meat Hook Massacre alone. Such a great card, and beautiful with that foil printing. And just as a thanks for watching today's video, here is first from the promo pack. Here is an All Will Be One arena code, and then we will also include for you a Lord of the Rings arena code. So I really appreciate everybody watching this. Shout out to Got Game Hobbies here in Vass, North Carolina for setting up the tournament. Hopefully we're going to have another tournament next week as well, and hopefully we'll have another great episode of Spoils of War. In the meantime, this is Seth, your Mild Mannered Mage. Thanking you all once again for watching this video and hanging out for me for a couple minutes out of your day. Give us a comment in the give us a comment below. Let us know what you think about the Lord of the Rings set or any of the cards that I pulled out of this episode of Spoils of War. Give us a like and subscribe so you get all the updates, and we will see you next time. Have a great one, everybody.